Alrighty then. This is Pod Fiction coming at you from Sudbury, Ontario.
You can easily find that out from our Facebook page, so it's not like it's a secret.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Well, I'm Mike.
I'm Brendan.
And together we are...
You fucking did.
Fiction.
Did you seriously set me up so I'd say it by myself?
Yeah, you're a loser. Alright, today we're going to talk about...
Everything.
Things and such.
Anything and everything.
What do you guys want to hear? We'll wait for you to...
Tell us.
That was like an ongoing sentence. I stopped in the middle of. Alright, we'll kick it off by talking about what we're fucking really excited for, and what we really want to see is the third season of Rick and Morty coming out eventually.
Yes, unconfirmed.
I'm just having trouble hitting the logo.
No, I myself and Mike included are gigantic fans of Rick and Morty, and honestly, everyone who's watched the show is. I've seen people who like don't even really like anything that's
animated, and then just like
love
dive
Rick
into
and
this,
Morty.
Like
It's
cartoon that's just so funny and so
Rick and
original.
Rick and Morty for me was like Archer. Like I didn't like Archer at first because I was like the animation looks stupid. I'm not gonna get into it, and I fucking loved Archer. It's so funny. And
still haven't watched it, but I hear like just amazing things about it.
It's so like just snappy humor, like so funny, so dark, so
gritty.
It's
on Netflix, right?
Yeah, it's all
sponsors Netflix.
Sponsors.
But yeah, I think I'll get around to it eventually.
Yeah, it's worth it. I watched it season by season. The best season is Archer Vice, where they do like a Miami Vice kind of thing. Like
he's in like a white coat, right?
Yep.
He's got like a
behind the scenes at Pod Fiction.
He's got like a white blazer going on.
But Rick and Morty looks fucking sick. Like the new, I've seen like pictures, and I only imagine what they're gonna do with it.
Watched like a small clip that was an exclusive from San Diego Comic-Con.
Really, really.
And it's
good.
it's like Rick and he's dressed up as a pickle or something like that, and then there's a rat coming after him, and
rat battles.
And he sets up this thing, and it cuts the rat's head off and becomes this mega rat man. It looks awesome. I can't wait for it.
But like you know they're gonna make a season 3. Like they're like, oh, I don't know.
Why wouldn't they make a season 3? The money's there. Like
they're definitely.
That's like oh yeah, The Simpsons. Well, it was highly successful when it came out, but we'll just stop because we don't want.
Was it
anymore.
though? Was Simpsons like really good when it came out?
Oh yeah,
it didn't have a low budget.
It was one of the biggest cartoons at the time. Like it was on I forget what what talk show it was on, and then it spawned into
Fox, right? It had to have been Fox. It's definitely Fox.
It could have been but it was actually on like a it
like
was on a
SNL,
talk show,
like short clips kind of thing. I remember,
something like that. But it was like on a talk show. But
I think we really want to say that it was on a talk show. We just want to
I really want to find that forward.
But did you know it was on a talk show?
I did not.
Would you say The Simpsons might be the most successful cartoon ever made?
Hands down, easily.
Yeah, like
it is.
Very
it just got renewed for 2 seasons. Also, I just read that, which still makes it the longest running cartoon in the history.
Really?
Yep.
That's actually. Yeah. I'm not surprised. I just didn't know that in general. I'm not surprised. I love The Simpsons. It's a good show.
Yeah, like my favorite are probably the Tree Houses of Horror.
Absolutely.
Those are always
hands down.
I used to sit like in my room and watch those.
My favorite, favorite Treehouse of Horror skit. Go.
I had probably. I know it's weird, but it's probably the one that I remember the most is the Hansel and Gretel one, where Homer drops them off to the witch, and because they can't afford to have the kids.
Oh yeah.
So then I think they end up like killing the witch, and then they turn Homer into like this duck, and he has like broom feet.
My favorite,
or werewolf Ned Flanders.
Treehouse of Horror is the 3D one where Homer goes 3D.
Oh my god! And he's like this like really weird wormhole that they go.
Then he goes into like real life,
and he's like what? And he's like sitting on a bench or something like that. Yeah,
I love that one. I don't know why.
That was awesome.
For me, that was like the Treehouse of Horror like played obviously during Halloween, so it was like a spooky time of year, and to like have this like. I don't know, as a kid, you don't think outside the box a lot unless you're, like, super creative, and I'm not, but, like, you
be creative.
That's not my favorite color. The idea of, like, things are the way they are because they're the way they are, right? Like, you don't think...
you don't really, like, go into depth, like, this is just funny because it is. Like, someone just made this.
And then, like, out of the blue, you have, like, this whole, like, holy shit, like, The Simpsons changed, like... Oh, look at the animations. Everything's different. Now he's in the real world. Like, it was just mind-blowing.
Remember, like, the 2001 Space Odyssey thing where they had the computer in the house?
Yeah.
And he's just like, Homer's like, die, you piece of crap. He's hit with a hammer. And Lisa's just like, Dad, that's the boiler. He's like, oh, yeah, I'm getting to it.
So good. Or, you know what's another, like, just thinking of The Simpsons now, is the one where, like, Homer gets abducted into that, like, organization with, like, the giant bubble.
The hammer, that one?
And he eats the ice cream or something and it's all poison. It's like the syringes.
Yeah, that's it. That's the Hammerstone one. Were they all
No,
drink out of their cups and
I
they sing that song?
love that episode. That's when he joins like the group, but like,
but don't they open up like an ice cream parlor after
they
that?
absolutely do, and it's no Homers allowed.
Yeah, exactly.
Holy shit! And then they eventually go into like their treehouse, and it just says no Homers
Yeah.
allowed. The one I'm thinking of though is like they go to this island, and Homer like I don't know what the fucking.
Oh, is that the one where like Dr. Herbert turns everybody into like animals?
Yes.
Yeah,
That's the one.
yeah.
And the koala bear at the end like gasses them.
Yeah, and they wake up and there's like flamingos and
Yeah.
shit like that. Yeah, that's an
love it.
awesome episode.
Fuck, The Simpsons is good.
That one's
Simpsons
fantastic.
are good. That's a proper sentence. The
Yeah.
Simpsons is good. It's stupid. Don't
Still
say
good.
that.
It's still good.
Don't say that.
Yeah.
But back to Rick and Morty. Sorry about that big detour. I'm really excited for season 3. So I've personally watched season 1 and
It's
2.
probably one of the best animated shows on right
Hands
now.
down.
And it's funny because it's not even really on basic cable.
Nope.
It's on Adult Swim, which I still not really sure. I think it's like a website that does TV.
I don't know how
Which
it
I'm
works.
surprised that no big companies have picked up Rick and Morty yet.
No.
Like,
And
why wouldn't they throw some crazy cash on and get it on basic TV?
You know what else
It's-
Adult Swim made?
What?
Too Many cooks. Too
Did they
many.
actually? Oh, yeah, they did.
100%. If you haven't watched Too Many Cooks,
Many Cooks.
go on YouTube.
Pause this. Go on YouTube. Well, you're already on YouTube. Type in Too Many Cooks on Adult Swim.
Unless-
Watch it. Come back. We'll watch 2 minutes of it because it's about 11 minutes long of Too Many Cooks. And then come back and finish our episode.
It started
You're
off
welcome.
being something that was like, not that funny. And then it
keeps
just
progressing,
ramped up
then it
and
keeps
got...
progressing, and it just keeps getting more fucked up. And then it's like, okay, this is hilarious.
And it's beautiful. It is straight beauty, and I'm a straight beast.
So, like, when you were growing up, what was your favorite cartoon that you used to watch?
When I was Sonic Underground, absolutely.
Really?
Oh yeah, it's so lame today, and like I don't want to be this bold, but like Sonic Underground may be the reason I play guitar today.
Really?
Like fact. Like when Sonic gets on stage and he's okay, so
You used to play guitar on stage?
I'm trying to think. It's either the pink hedgehog plays an instrument. No, okay, yeah. She plays the keys, Sonic shreds guitar, and the green Manic the hedgehog, the green one, plays drums. And it's awesome. Sonic just
Do
shreds.
they sing, or is it just...
Yeah, it was like one of those kids shows that like
Yeah, it was-
had like musical numbers in it. Also, now that I'm thinking about it, my actual favorite TV show ever made when I was a kid was Donkey Kong Country, and I realize now those are both based on video games. But Donkey Kong Country was made by a Canadian company, it was made by a company but only did really well in Canada. Fantastic.
Who remembers Chili Beach?
Oh my!
That fucking show that was made in Sudbury.
Was it actually made in Sudbury?
It was made in Sudbury, man.
Oh.
I could not stand that show
Really?
for the life of
I
me.
love Chili Beach.
I
It was so good.
watch it. When I was a kid, I just couldn't stand it.
Best line ever. They're sitting on the roof and they're just like poking fun at Canadians, obviously. The guy goes like, do you got change for a 20? He's like, yeah, I got 3 10s. And I just thought that was absolutely hilarious. Like, really?
Do you remember Yvonne of the Yukon? The guy who used to fucking wear his underwear with piss stains on it. Really good message for kids.
Mega Babies.
Mega Baby? Oh, I don't know if I remember Mega
You don't
Babies.
remember? Okay, I'm going to pull up a little image, and if you remember Mega Babies, then you remember Mega Babies, but...
Well, like, the one that I probably loved the most when I was a kid would have to be between South Park or Recess.
Oh, I loved Recess.
I never watched Mega Babies.
It wasn't a very good show. They just
I'm-
pooped and snotted a lot. Recess.
Oh, I think I did actually watch it. That picture is like it's like really
Yeah.
green snot. Always comes down.
Yep.
Okay. Did
It's-
he have tampons shoved up his nose in that picture?
I think it was Kleenex, but it looked like a tampon.
I'm pretty sure it was tampons.
Recess was amazing.
Recess was such a good show.
Yeah.
I remember like Mikey Blumberg, what TJ
Detweiler,
Detweiler,
Spinelli.
Spinelli.
What was the little...
Gretchen Grundler.
Oh my god.
And
Everyone's
Gus.
name's Gus.
Gus Griswold. No, sorry.
Gus Griswold.
I was saying Gus Griswold.
Fucking...
But I remember his dad was like this army sergeant,
Yeah,
and then
he's like this big doof. Oh no,
Yeah.
he's the little guy.
he was the little guy. Yeah, he was like the
Yeah.
really tiny guy. And then what's his name? The sport one.
Oh, the black kid.
Yeah, the
of
black
course,
kid.
like he plays sports. Like
Yeah.
really, come on, guys.
What was his name?
Carlos.
It was not Carlos.
That's the guy with the Magic School Bus, but they kind of look the same. Oh, that's racist.
I know his. That is racist. I know his. Fuck, I can't remember his name. If you remember the name, put it in the comments. We can't think of it right now.
Whatever.
Fuck. But yeah, I remember. I don't know if you remember this, but South Park used to come on VHS tapes, and there was like 2 episodes on it. And it was like it was really early, but me and Everett always used to go to like the Hilltop video store,
the Valley,
and we'd always rent it. We'd watch the same 2 episodes over and over and over again. It was like
Which 2 episodes?
It was like The pig has sex with the elephant. Cartman gets abducted by aliens.
Oh, I've never seen those two. That's gotta be early season. Like between
it's the first season.
Oh, it is.
It's off the first season. And then there's a couple. What's this called? Big Gay Al's Big Gay Boat Ride.
Oh, Big Gay Al.
Yeah,
Does he have a gay dog?
Yeah, he does have a gay dog. Fucking, there's like another one, but I can't remember. But like, there. Oh my god,
it's Vince. His name's Vince.
It's Vince. Oh, it is Vince.
I looked it up. His name's Vince.
Okay, people, you don't have to comment down below.
You can if you already did.
We'll give you extra brownie points for commenting before we say his name. Fuck, we already said.
Never a dull moment here. We're still figuring out how production works. Bunch of fucking idiots, man.
But I don't know, South Park always stuck with me. Like, even growing up, I always just wanted to watch it. Like, I still watch it to this day because it's still so funny. Like, we talk about South Park almost every episode.
South Park was the show for me that was taboo. Like,
that was like, parents wouldn't let you, like, my parents didn't really give a shit. They didn't really know I was watching South Park. They'd leave me in a room and let me watch Stephen King's It. They didn't really give too much shits what I was watching.
And look at us today.
Exactly. Fuck.
Yeah, that was like, there was a lot of shows that like I had to convince my mom to let me watch. Simpsons being one of them. King of the Hill, she didn't really like.
Dang it, Bobby.
Yeah, but like that was the thing. Like that's
my purse. I don't know you.
When they played the episode, like it was like viewer discretion is advised.
That already like spooked your mom.
Yeah,
like rave at the start.
And like South Park never played on like basic TV, right? So I never got a chance to watch it. And like when I did get to watch it,
Comedy Channel. I'm pretty sure.
So when I did get to watch it, I was like 11 at night, and like I was at my aunt's house.
Yeah.
And like no one was around. I was like, holy fuck, I'm gonna watch South Park. And I would just laugh like an idiot the whole time.
Oh my god, it's such a bad, funny show.
Yeah. Honestly, like, fuck, seasons like 3 to 8 are my favorites. Like
one of my favorite episodes is probably the Change episode. That episode makes me fucking shit my pants from start to finish.
Which one's the Change episode?
It's when it's called Night of the Living Homeless. So it's, homeless people actually feed off your change, so they get stronger off the change. So then, like, so it starts off with like the homeless people, and then so they're like asking everybody for change, and it's getting bigger. So they do a town meeting, and so Randy Marsh is like walking down the street, and he's just like, they're asking for change, and he's like, I don't have any change. And he's like, change. He's like, I don't have any change. And the guy's like, change. He's like, I don't have any change. And he's like, well, God bless you. He's like, God. Oh, now I feel bad. So he pulls out a bunch of change and gives it to him. He's like, now I really don't have any change. And then they go to like this other place because that's where they pawned off the homeless people before.
Oh my god!
And the guy's like, the homeless people are getting so much money. They're buying houses. We couldn't tell who was homeless and who wasn't anymore. I was just like, oh my god, it was so funny.
You know what makes me love South Park even more? Okay, so like as a kid, I never watched South Park, so I never got to let South Park influence my humor. But like as I got older, that's who I was.
Yeah, I was just like this ridiculous kind of like
fucked up humor. Like
it's like dark, and then it's really sarcastic, and it's just like
I live my life not knowing if I can say something.
Yeah,
because I don't know how far I'm pushing the envelope.
Yeah, and then you go too far that one time. You're like,
I've straight up been in groups of people where I've said stuff, and I'm like, I can tell we're never gonna be friends. Like,
yeah,
this
it's
is
just
the
like
last time.
I just ruined it,
and that was the last time I hung out with them. Like, I've always been like really fucked up, where like I'll make a joke and I'm like, was that too much?
I always like hold it back. I'm really nervous when I meet new people, so I don't really like say too much. So I just kind of like chill out. But once you get to know me, it's not good.
It's not. Trust me, I've known him a long time.
Like when we talk, like the viewership kind of can see how I'm like. I'm not like this with like brand new people. I'm more of like, hey, how's it going? When we're talking, it's like two best friends talking. So it's like you get like you get the friendship vibe from both of us.
Oh yeah.
When you're listening to this, you don't get like the new impression. Like I'll be like shit, fuck, donkey shit.
Yeah, and I'll be like cocksucker, and I'll try to push it further. But like the thing is, like the chemistry is beautiful because.
That fart stinks. That's a stinky fucking fart, dude.
And he's not lying. Don't waft it towards me.
I'm not wafting it. Now I am.
I don't know what smells worse, your fart or the inside of my shirt. It's bad.
That's bad. You should shower or change your shirt.
I showered.
You need to change your shirt.
This is pull out the closet. It's a fresh shirt.
I
gotta change my deodorant.
Something died in your closet.
Most likely. It's where I keep Dr. Dre.
Yeah. Dr. Dre's dead, you idiot. Locked in my closet.
Oh my god. Best fucking... But like, that's the thing, right? Like, when we jam, I could not see Mike for years, and I've went without seeing him for years, like person to person. And the second we hang out, nothing has changed. Like, just two
We just
fucking idiots.
Pick it up from, like, where we left off.
I remember one time, I don't know if you remember this, but, like, we met up downtown, and I think I had just come back from, like, being in Newmarket for a little while, and you were, like, just met up with me in the mall. That was the day you gave me the South Park, the Butters thing.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
I still have that, by the way.
Do you actually?
It's in my jacket downstairs. I keep... No, that's not the point. Anyway, moving on. We were just walking around the mall, and, like, my mom was there, and she was, like, watching us talk, and she's like, you guys are fucking idiots. Like, when's the last time you seen them? I'm like, I don't know, it's been, like, about a year. He's like, best friends for life. And fuck you, Mom. I don't need you to tell me who my friends are.
You don't control me no
I've hated
more.
them ever since.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Still have, like, the Iron Man figure. I'm pretty sure I gave you that 5 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
At least
That's when
5 years
came
ago.
back from Saskatchewan.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was a good time.
That was a good time. Gave him my Game Boy. Kept that for years, too. Here's an Iron Man. I had your
You
Game
got
Boy.
it back, didn't you?
With a sticker of you as a baby on the back.
I was a good-looking young man.
What the fuck happened to us, man? The future was bright and promising.
Oh, fuck. So, was your mom, like, really strict on any shows that you couldn't watch? Or was it, like, just, like... My parents didn't really give a shit what I watched. It was weird. My dad, like... I can watch, like, Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, anything I want, but a fucking... like, a song that comes out with a curse word? I remember it was just like, The roof,
Oh, yeah.
the roof is on fire. We were watching on Much Music, me and Everton. There's, like, old TV that was on the ground. My dad just, like, fucking starts, he's like, that song has swears in it. And we're like... I was like, no, it doesn't. And it was like the MTV version, so they cut out the swear. So my dad like listened to it for a couple seconds. You're like,
It's
okay,
it's
whatever.
kind of,
and he left the room. And we're like, oh shit, the song does have fucking swears in it, but they cut him out.
it's kind of weird to like imagine your brother being like young and impressionable and like like being like, because your brother's always been older than us, right? So like every time he hangs out with us, like, oh, like hi Ev, and
Yeah.
just like makes fun of us and just like, huh, all right, see you later, man. And it's just so like a dweeby about
It's
it.
like kind of like when what's his name says he's not invited to his party on South Park. Or not, on Superbad. Jesse says you're not. I just totally fucked that up. Jesse said you're not invited to his party, and that you're a complete. What does it say?
You're a complete pussy.
Yeah. Jesse wanted to tell you you're not invited to his party, and you're a fucking pussy.
Holy fuck! I love that scene so much.
Yeah.
But you want to jump in front of the spit?
Yeah. You just let me fucking drown out there.
Fucking Judas.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
But so your mom was like,
yeah, my mom was really, and for good reason, right? Like, you don't want to have your kids watch, but like, and it was weird because like cartoons was a no. So like King of the Hill, Simpsons, like South Park, no go. But like we could watch Law and Order and CSI and ER,
yeah,
with like murder and crimes and rape,
death and all this like fucking real world.
And
shit.
she looked at me in the eyes and said like, one day it's gonna be you.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck?
She pulls a knife out. One day, motherfucker, keep testing.
I remember specifically living in this like one house, and I don't know what day or what time, but like Sopranos would always play, and she loved Sopranos, and I always had
love
to
the intro music.
Woke up this morning, and I always had to leave, and I was like, oh.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
I remember the one time I got to watch an episode. I was like, they were like kind of had some drinks, and like he's old enough. I was like in grade 3, and I just remember like there was this one girl just getting ran train on by some dude.
Oh my god!
She's just on a table and they're just fucking her hard and her breasts are bouncing. And I was like, I am so uncomfortable.
I used to be like that with my parents.
Yeah.
When like a nude scene would come on, and be like, I should close my eyes anyways.
Yeah.
Fuck. This is weird.
Do you remember your first nude movie with your mom? Like, or like just like, do you remember your first porn with your mom? What I meant
No,
was
I don't.
awkward sex scene.
Oh, there's just way too many. I watched when I was like 14. I went and seen Knocked Out with my mom in the theaters.
Oh no!
It
so
was
scene
so
with, like,
fucking uncomfortable. It's like when he's like banging her from behind,
Yeah.
and my mom's like, "I'm fucking leaving. I'm leaving. This is disgusting." And we're like, I'm embarrassed because my mom's freaking out, and I'm embarrassed because I'm watching this shit with my mom. So I just sat there quietly while I'm like, "Oh fucking shit."
I'm trying to think
fuck.
of. So like, I've definitely seen like awkward movie scenes with my mom, but I'm thinking of a good one where like we went to go see Taken in the downtown mall when it used to be like when it used
the
to be
Rainbow Cinema.
Yeah, and then we were sitting there, and in front of us to the left was like this couple, and it started off like his arm was around her. I was like, oh, we're cute, and then like his arm like slipped into her tit, and he's like,
What? Oh my god!
and my mom like being so nonchalant, like hits my shoulder. I'm like, what? She like nods her head. I look over, and I'm like, oh, dude, and like Taken came out what, like 2008, 2007, so I was like younger.
Yeah. You want to talk about an uncomfortable movie experience?
Oh, this continues. Go ahead, Mike.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry. But I remember going to watch, what was it? Despicable Me with a despicable couple named Brendan and Alicia. And I fucking fell asleep. Figured out later they made out the entire time I was asleep. Like, come on. Seriously?
That's the PG version I told you. We were that couple in the theater banging.
Yeah.
The best
Your
part
mom was there too.
Oh, well, she was watching.
Yeah.
Who do you think was holding the camera?
Yeah.
No, none of that happened in that order, but I like my story better. So we're sitting there, and like this guy starts going to town on this girl's breast, like he's motorboating the shit out of her. And
Oh my
like,
god.
And at this point, we're not even watching the movie. We're just like, and it was kind of like the part where she's under the bed, like she's getting kidnapped. So like it's pretty early into the movie.
It's intense, and you're still not focusing on the movie.
And we're just watching him, and I'm like, this is fucked. And then he just starts going into her pants, and this is where we're gonna stop the story between this little story, but like it went further. We watched the movie uncomfortably.
Finger bang bang, finger bang bang, finger bang into my life.
And that was probably the most awkward moment I've ever spent with my mom in a movie theater. I remember once
That is pretty fucking awkward.
we watched what was it? John Tucker Must Die.
Mm-hmm.
And there's the scene where the girl's showing the other girl how to kiss, and they like make out, and it's like, oh damn. But we were like, I was at my friend's house, and his mom was watching it with us, and I was like,
Is it weird that I have a boner right now?
So I was like, I like this, and I'm not gonna hide it. I'm gonna just sit here and enjoy it.
I'm pulling it out.
The worst part,
blanket.
The worst part is like, he was the kid that had the hot mom.
Oh no.
And like, she's still good. She's probably like my mom's age, so like, she's still good looking today. Like, just why? That's not even fair. Like,
this is not fair.
life isn't like that, you know. I'm not gonna walk into her house and be like, "Oh, you're fucking 14. Hit me with your huge dick." Like,
Yeah, it's never gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen.
But like, imagine if it did.
I would be a different man. I wouldn't be sitting here writing podcasts. I'd be fucking rich.
Gold chain.
I'd have a Lambo, man.
That's what happens to these kids. They write books. They become legit.
I don't even have a fucking agent. I don't have an editor, man. It's me.
Yeah.
God damn it.
You'd be like fucking Corey Feldman after you turn 17. No one wants you.
Oh fuck! What's the guy from That's My Boy? What's his name?
Oh fucking I know it sounds Han Solo Burger, but
what was his dad? Donnie Burger.
Danny
Burger.
Danny freaking Burger.
Oh man,
Head in the class. Oh, fuck.
It's me. It's Mr. Minnie.
You want to know something super awkward that had to do with that? I was gonna say it had to do with my mom, but it's just like, okay, so I don't know if I told you this story or if I've told this on a podcast before. I don't really remember.
You're hearing it again.
Exactly. But I was watching King of the Hill with my dad, and
nope, never heard this one.
And so it was the pimp episode where like Hank Hill finds this girl and she has a pimp, and then Hank Hill like runs the pimp out of town. I'm like, I have no idea what's going on, and he's wearing like the big fuzzy hat, big purple coat, and I'm just like,
stereotype pimp.
I turn to my dad. I'm like, Dad, what's a pimp? I'm probably like a 10, 11 at this age, maybe younger. And so he looks at me, has beer in his hand. He's like, go ask your mother. So my mom sits me down and tells me that what a pimp is.
Are you serious?
Yeah, like legit, like fucking scarred for life, like not coming back. I'm like, oh.
You know, like,
okay, I think I understand 3 of the words you just fucking said.
As I grew up, a lot of kids had the philosophy that like their parents would say, if you're old enough to ask, you're old enough to know. That was not the case in my family.
No.
Like, every single time I'd ask anything, it was just like, I don't want to talk about that. I remember one time I was at my friend's house, and I may have told this on a podcast or told you this, but I was pouring like a cup of pop next to my girlfriend. Like, she was my younger girlfriend. We were in fucking grade 4, whatever.
Whoa, serious?
I was pouring like a cup of pop, and I was pouring it too fast, and like I was filling up with foam. And I'm like, oh yeah, I love head. Oh, she, knowing what head is, starts laughing. Her mom hears it, and she's laughing. Her dad hears it, now he's laughing.
And you're like,
I'm like, what? And they're like, I'm like, what's wrong with getting head? And everyone's just staring at me. I'm like,
did you know what you're saying, or did you
not a
like,
clue?
Full?
Not a clue. Like, just straight up, like, Dr. Dre's dead in the basement. No clue. And then she told me later.
That's so funny. That's absolutely hilarious.
I went home and I told Mom, I'm like, why would you not tell me this information? Like, I just got made fun of. I got made fun of so hard for that.
Holy fuck. That is absolutely hilarious.
I used to have this Power Ranger toy, like, back when, like, Power Rangers were becoming ninjas. Like,
Oh, like I know.
so I was really young though, like probably like JKSK. So this was like good Power Ranger Ninja. So this one toy had like this weapon. It had like a hook and it had like a bend. Anyway, so I went to my mom and I'm like, look, like he's got his own hooker. And like, I don't have kids. I don't have kids now. But like, at that point, my mom was probably like 25. So like, that must have been beautiful. If that was me now,
oh my god,
I would lose it.
I've said some really... I watched a lot of bad movies, so I didn't understand what I was saying, so I'd say stuff that I didn't understand. Like, I was in the car with my mom one time, and she said something, and I was just like... Oh, I don't even want to say it because it's so bad, man. I was just like, how about a little sucky with that? And Everett turns to me, he's like, what the fuck did you just say? I'm like... I don't know. Like, it was from fucking Don't Be a Mess While You're Drinking Your Juice in South Central, which any fucking 7-year-old shouldn't watch. And, like, I didn't know what it meant. I just thought I was like, you got something in return for getting something.
I feel like I gotta tell everyone, I have my face in my palm right now.
That's like one of the most embarrassing stories of all times.
You heard it here first, folks. Holy fuck. Those moments, every kid has one of those where you just say
just say the stupidest
and
fucking
you just wait,
thing.
and everyone looks at you and you're like...
I don't think it took a couple years till I understood what that actually meant.
We'll let him soak in this one for a little bit longer.
Oh, fuck. Alright,
Trying to find ourselves something else to talk about aside from a little bit of sucky.
Oh my god. Can't believe I just talked about that. I was taking that to my grave, people.
You know what? Honestly, we're not that successful. It might go with you to your grave.
Oh, fuck. What was your favorite childhood toy?
I loved... Okay, so I wasn't rich by any means, so I never got Transformers, but I loved toys that transformed from
into
animals.
other toys?
Toys like I would take my hopes and dreams.
Oh my god, it's an action figure. Now it's a gun!
Turn it upside down, he's in reverse land.
Yeah.
I have two toys, kid. I used to like really love animals that would like transform into like guns and shit. That was fucking wicked.
2 in 1, what?
I really liked toys that would take a long time to put together. So like at a really young age, I loved Legos.
I hated Legos.
I'm an only child, so like
No
I had
patience.
nobody interrupting me. Like I just spent, I didn't have several siblings like you do. I just had me.
So many people.
That being said, my favorite toys were video games, and I'll be honest with that. I just loved video games. I've asked for that for Christmas, and occasionally I would get toys, and it's like,
whatever. Give me another game, Mom.
Exactly. She had a rule though, like she wouldn't really get me new games unless I beat the old ones. So like.
That's actually smart.
Even today, like, I will
Makes
never...
you so much better at playing games.
I will never skip a credit scene. Like, when the credits start rolling, to me, that's like, I would, like, run, like, Mom, I did it!
And,
like,
yeah, it's just such, like, you earn that, right?
When I beat Donkey Kong Country for the first time, my mom looked at me like, I may have something here. I never got
oh my god, just carrying the kid through the neighborhood. This kid's a fucking genius!
Because, like, I remember, like, I beat it, and I was, like, sitting in my room, and I was like, okay, so spoilers. When you get to the last boss in Donkey Kong Country, the first one, you fight King K. Rool. So basically, you hit him like on the head a bunch of times, and he falls down. And these credits start to roll, but every letter C is switched with a K, so it's like spelt weird. And like the credits are like developer, like King K. Rool, and like they're all like weird names. I'm like, what the fuck? Like that's weird. But then, like, the credits go away, and he gets back up, and you're like... I'm like, I had the controller down, I was, like, ready to go get my mom,
Yeah.
and like, I run back, I'm like, no!
Oh my god.
So I grab the controller, and I beat King K. Rool, and I'm just screaming, like, my son's being murdered, screaming.
Yeah.
Anyway, she looked down at me, she's like, wow, good job. I'm like, I can't believe it. I'm not gonna lie, I probably cried.
Yeah.
I was really excited.
I know you did it, but I just want to be like, you're a liar. Like the time you said you beat Mortal Kombat. I did beat Mortal Kombat.
Everybody knows you can't beat Sub-Zero.
Oh, fuck. That joke will never get old for us.
The thing is, like, I was too young to enjoy that when I was a kid. Like, I never... Again, that was a game I never played with Mortal Kombat. Like, I grew up on
That was, like,
Mario.
one of my favorite games as a kid.
Yeah,
completely unbeatable. Like, I can't remember the first game I ever beat, though. It would...
Mario Brothers 3.
Because I never really... I got into video games and I played them. I guess probably like the first one I beat was probably like a Tony Hawk game, to be honest.
What's the last game you beat?
The last game I beat was probably Small Soldiers.
Nope, incorrect.
Oh,
Super Mario Bros.
Yay!
We took a break between recording like episodes of our like Let's Play and doing the podcast, and in between we decided to play Mario Bros. And we're gonna like speed run it, but then we actually sat down and played it, and it was fucking wicked.
And we beat the entire game.
We tag teamed the final castle.
He got him from behind, I got him from the front.
Exactly. We high-fived and called it Eiffel Tower. Fuck Bowser right up. It was so hype, jumping in the air. This is why my controllers are broken. Just throw them in excitement. And that's what I was saying, like, even to this day, like, I'll watch a credit scene because, like...
Makes you feel so good, like you accomplished it. Like, you deserve that credit scene, just to bask in and be like, I did
certain
it.
games, like Minecraft, like, you can go and watch the credits right away if you want to really see who made the game. I don't know, I can never do that. Like, I don't really care about the credits.
You just like the
like
notion that you beat it and just soak into it for a second, that this is the proof of you beating the game.
For example,
all that hard work was there.
For example, BioShock Infinite, alright? There's actually like a little scene at the end, which is really cool, but like during the credit sequence, it shows them like the main voice actors singing a song together because they sang a song in the game together.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's really sick. Like, it's kind of out of nowhere in the game actually, but like the main character Booker DeWitt like sits down with a guitar and starts like strumming, and Elizabeth starts singing, and it's like, this is nice. And then they like show them in the credits. I'm like, this is nice. I like this.
I just want everybody to know, I didn't beat like Small Soldiers like when I was a little kid. I beat it like a week ago.
Yeah.
So there.
Also, we didn't record it, but Michael beat me in a head-to-head match in Small Soldiers.
Duke Nukem, you kicked my ass.
It was a draw. Nobody won Duke Nukem.
Yeah, I don't even think the creators won Duke Nukem. It was just a fucking nightmare. Not even Duke Nukem 64, like Duke Nukem Time to Kill.
If you give two monkeys typewriters, the first one to write a story isn't the smartest. You know what I mean? Like, it's just gonna happen.
It just got there first.
So, they're eventually gonna get a sentence. Like, just one of us had to win. And we didn't leave that going like, I kicked your ass. We left that going like, we just never play this game again.
Yeah.
Like, actually just break it
and
in
then
half.
we just shook hands.
We just shook hands, and I think we like went to
like,
my house.
It was like
just
ABGM when he like shits all over the game or something.
Like that's exactly what it was like. I was like, you know what? Man, fuck this game.
You wanna... I'm gonna do, because we got off topic, but I want to start a topic after this. I think my favorite toy when I was a kid, it would have to be either matched up with all the wrestling figures I had, because I loved playing with my wrestling. I had a wrestling ring. I didn't even like playing with other kids. I liked playing with myself.
They didn't get it.
I had like they didn't know how to move the arms. It's like they just jump on top of you and like, you don't fucking get it. Like, no, you're not pinning me, motherfucker. I'm winning. They're my fucking toys.
Exactly.
Like, no.
You don't come into my ring and think you're gonna take me. Like, that's sorry, honey, that's not how it works.
Yeah. And then the other one was probably the 12-inch Arnold I had that like talked and stuff.
Was
like
it a
Arnold
Terminator?
Schwarzenegger. Oh yeah, it was from Terminator 3.
You don't have that anymore, right?
No.
I have a RoboCop actually.
Oh, do you? That's really cool.
It's probably this big. What would we say? That's what, 10 inches?
Yeah, it's probably around 10 inches.
You can't see it, but anyway, yeah. One of my old girlfriends gave that to me, and I don't even know why I still have it.
That's crazy.
She's the girl who gave me my Sega Genesis. I bought it off her for $5 with like 10 games.
Nice.
Yeah,
it's a steal.
Yeah, I really liked her. I really wish we could have worked out, but honestly, thanks for the Genesis.
Thanks for the Genesis.
I'm not going to say your name, and I'm also positive you don't listen to this podcast. So,
but I want my $5 back.
I want my $5 back. That Genesis is getting way old.
Yeah. But what I actually do want to talk about is recently we went to Hidden Level Games, which is like in Comics North, which is like a comic book store / game store now. And so the owner, Cal, pulled out like some video games and showed us some
fakes,
and I don't know. I just thought that was like really, really cool.
Okay, if you listen to this podcast, and I'm sure you don't, you're a really busy guy. You run a business, so like it's cool, whatever. But he pulls out all these Game Boy Advance games, and he's like, "Yo, can you spot the fake?" And I'm like, dude, those are all fake. I felt like such a boss. He's like, yeah, they're all fake. I'm like,
I honestly couldn't even understand why they're fake. I'm like, what are you talking about? They're fake. He's like, oh, the Nintendo thing, does it fade with it? And I'm like, I don't get it. I don't fucking know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And then he's just like, check out this one. It's like 4 games on one. I'm like, oh my god, how can you not know that's a fucking fake piece of shit?
Oh yeah, dude. Like I've seen, like, so for example, we may play on the show at some point, and I doubt we'll play it before this episode goes up, so this kind of works out in the timeline of the lore of Pod Fiction. We went to the convention that we were at. I bought a game that's like a ROM-hacked version of Super Mario World, which is like Mario World 2, but not Yoshi's Island. Anyway, we kind of played it, and for a game that's like a ROM hack, it's actually pretty sweet.
What does a ROM hack mean?
So basically, somebody takes a game, accesses the files of the game, like character sprites, level design, stuff like that, and they just modify it and change it. So basically, they take the game and Mario Maker it.
Oh, okay, but they did it before you could actually do it.
Yeah,
right?
that was before like Mario Maker was a thing. So for example, there's a thing called Kaizo Mario, which
Kaizo Sose.
when we were at the convention, they had a Mario game called Mario Brutal Levels, and I'm not sure if that's actually Kaizo Mario, but English version. Not the point. It's in stupid hard game, and that's what gave it fame. Like that's what gave I don't know if this is actually true, but like it probably is. That's what gave the like modding community like for ROM hacks like a foot in the ground, because like people wanted like, wow, these levels are so stupid hard, like I can't even play them. Like I tried playing Kaizo Mario, couldn't even get past the first like 5 seconds of the game. Stupid hard. And
I don't even want to even fucking attempt it then.
And a lot of fans will like take games and modify them and update them and add mods to them. Basically what a ROM hack is a mod. It's just a complete mod, like a brand new game, but from something, using another source engine.
That's cool.
To run on.
That's really cool. Like I don't think there's like tons of them that exist that are out there.
That are good.
Yeah. Is there a lot of that are out there though?
There's lots. How
do you get those games though? Like you can't obviously like you have to buy them online or something like that, right?
So there's typically 2 ways to get games. Digitally, like if a game has been modded or ROM hacked, you can find it online somewhere. For example, there's a game called Moemon, which is a Pokemon ROM hack.
Do you mow them down?
It's no Moe. I'm pretty sure in Japanese means cute girl or something along those lines. And basically, what it means is every single Pokemon sprite has been replaced with a cute girl.
Oh, really?
I'm going to show you a little picture of Moemon.
That's weird.
Moemon. Images. Boom. So like this would be an example. Like, see how they're all like girls.
Oh, okay. So
all,
it's like Squirtle and stuff like that. And
yeah.
Charizard. Oh, okay, I see what
they changed all the sprites to look like all little girls, which is creepy,
weird,
but
that's
cool.
Up.
That's an idea of a ROM hack. Like, so any good series typically has a bunch of ROM hacks. One being good, most of them being shit, and that's just the way it is. Pokemon has a huge ROM hack community. Same with Mario, actually.
Yeah, Mario is just like one of the most popular games out there. So.
Exactly.
So since we're on the game of the topics of the video games, when it comes down to like when have you ever had like a moment when you've ever played a game and it was like it actually got like to you emotionally? Like if there's like a part where you got like the story, not like the game got you mad, but like the storyline was like, oh, like I want to go fucking kill this piece of shit, or like it's a part like actually made you like legitimately sad. Like if you watch a show and say your favorite character dies, like Abraham Ford, for example, just an example there, and like a bat smashes his fucking skull in,
you know what?
And you just sit there and you just cry.
You gotta take it. You know what, man?
It's like a bat on the head.
It sucks. Let me turn to my extensive library and pick a game. Any of them. No. One that's coming to my mind right away is Spec Ops: The Line. Fuck. The game's old enough. It's like 5 years, maybe. I'm trying to think. Okay, not gonna spoil too much if you ever want to play it. You know what's a good game?
You can spoil
Undertale. Bam. Undertale. Okay, that was a game. We're gonna play it at some point. And you're gonna play it, not we. I want you to play it.
Oh, okay. It's a one-person player, I'm guessing?
Yeah, it's a one-person player game. I love you.
But it's second.
It's the kind of game, because I know you have no idea what Undertale is, which is perfect.
It's Under's Tale, obviously.
If you have no idea what's happening going in, the game will literally like make you go, holy fuck, I cannot believe this is a game. And you play it, and it's all 8-bit sprites, and it's all like, it kind of looks like Earthbound, which is a game I'm also positive you have no idea what it is. But you play it and you're like, you know what? This is what game design is, and it's made by one guy. Like,
oh really?
Very impressive. And going back to Spec Ops: The Line, it's a game where like the twist at the end is kind of like, oh, like whatever, like it's done, it's been done before. But the way they do it is so fucking pure and just like, oh, that gets me every fucking time.
Yeah.
I also like games that bring you to the end of the game and then give you 2 simple choices.
Yeah, it's like you can either do this or you do that. It's your choice. It's like it comes down to like a moral decision. That you
played Far Cry 3, right?
I didn't play. I played
2, and you hated 2. I have your copy.
No, 3 is the one that is 3. The one where you have that guy. Like,
you're Jason. He plays Jason, and your brother gets killed in like the first seconds of the game.
No. I played the one after that. I played Far Cry 4 with the guy that
Peilon Ming or something. Got the white hair.
Yeah, that game was really well done, but the the bad guy he wasn't even a bad guy. Like,
Far
he just
Cry-
fucking, like, wants to be your best friend the entire time.
Far Cry 3 is better. Anyway, so this is good. And if you haven't played Far Cry 3, stop listening now or skip a few minutes. I'll try
I actually kind of want, like, because I hear great things about Far Cry 3.
Well, are you ever going to play it?
Eventually, but I know that his brother does die.
Okay.
At the start, he gets, like, his
I'm about
arm
to ruin
cut
the
off or
end of
something.
it, though.
You go for it, because by the time I'll probably forget about it.
Okay, so basically, you spend the whole game doing 2 different missions, okay? There's missions for finding your friends, because you all get separated, and you're trying to find your friends because they've all been kidnapped, and they're trying to ransom them for money. And then you find, like, the island natives, and then you start doing missions for them. So you basically become more of a warrior throughout the whole game. You get new abilities, you start becoming one with, like, nature and stuff. And this other girl basically kind of starts becoming your love interest, but you have a girlfriend. So at the end of the game, you have 2 choices to make. Stay with your friends, or stay with the girl from the island. Now, here's what the fucking kicker is. Me, personally, I spent the whole game, like, rescuing my friends, and, like, it was an epic adventure, like, and every mission I did for her, she was, like, crazy and mean, and, like, whatever, like, I'm sure other people felt different ways playing it. That's just how I felt. So when I got to the end, and she's like, if you're gonna stay on the island, like, you need to kill your girlfriend right now, and they're all so they catch all of you, and you're all tied up on a rock, and basically, like, you just become, like, overpowered with, like, primal rage, and you bring the knife to your girlfriend's throat, and that's when you decide.
Holy shit, that's insane.
So, like, and it's like, and my heart was racing, and then I was just like, I picked the option to, like, stick with my girlfriend. So you fucking, like, bring the knife over and, like, kill the other girl or something like that, and you just escape with your girlfriend. And then, like, everything, like, happy ending or whatever, right? But it's really dramatic. But
it's really dark.
The other ending is, if you choose to kill your girlfriend, when you have the knife to her throat, you just fucking slice her open and kill her, and then, like, you start, I don't know, like, bathing her blood or some shit. So what happens is, it, like, fades to black for a second, and then, like, the girl that you chose, the new girl from the island, you guys are, like, mating, and you're having sex with each other, and you're like, oh, right, like, getting some island poon. And then you're about to, like, climax, and she's like, let's make a baby that will, like, change the future. And then as you're, like, finishing, she just drives a knife right in your gut and kills you.
That's nuts.
And I'm like, oh, I'm so glad I didn't pick that ending. Like, I'd be so crazy. Salty if I just played the whole game and then she just fucking murders me. Like, no dice.
Holy fuck. That's actually crazy.
I'm just not down to being killed. That's just a fact of life.
That's such a cool game. That's such a, like, smart storyline.
Because the thing is, like, I don't know how others played it. So, like, maybe you played it and you were really interested in the island people. And, like, they were engaging, but, like, the girl wasn't. Whereas, like, your girlfriend's, like, really sweet and she's like, you're changing. Like, you're becoming, like, a warrior. Like, I don't like this. And I'm like, bitch, whatever. Like,
you don't care about me.
And I don't. I saved her.
Mine was, like, it's Saints Row 3. The ending was you either go fucking kill, like, I think it was, like, the luchador dude who is, like, a big piece of shit. Or you go save the girl, like Kenzie, I think her name is, or Chandra, yeah.
Chandra.
So you either go to the statue, save her, or you go to the airport and kill him. So obviously I did both of them. But it's just like, when you go to save her, all here's, I need a hero! And you get, like, all jacked up, and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna save her!
That's awesome.
I'm saving you!
That makes me think of, like, Grand Theft Auto 5. Like, so, when I was living with
That's the one with the Russian guy, right?
No, that's 4.
Oh, that is 4.
I think it's in Tony or something, but, like, in GTA 5, like...
Oh, that's at the end where you have to kill one of the people. There's, like...
Mike, you have to kill either...
Frank, Mike, or Trevor.
Yeah. So...
I know the names.
I know the names. I remember. So, like, my roommates and I all kind of started playing it at the same time. So, like, for whatever reason, I just, like, took my time playing it, and it took me forever to get to the end. And then, like... They're all like, yeah, like, you have to kill one of the main characters. I'm like, are you serious? Like, so I'm getting all anxious getting to the end of the game. And then I get there, and it's like, you can either kill Michael, kill Trevor, or save both. I'm like, I'm fucking saving both. And epic ending. Just, meatball.
I'm pretty sure I killed Trevor, because he's a fucking psychopath, and the world's better off without him.
He's the best character in the game.
Easily the most entertaining. I'm pretty sure they based Mike off of Ray Liotta.
Yo, yeah.
And Trevor is based off of
Johnny Knoxville. And Steve-O if they had a really fucked up baby.
But no, like, I remember he actually had, like...
They had real world inspirations.
Yeah, like, he was actually, like, crazy like someone, but I can't remember who
maybe
it was.
Jack Nicholson?
Maybe Jack Nicholson.
He kind of has like a Jack Nicholson haircut.
Yeah, it's like, even kind of like this crazy like Jack Nicholson. Then Franklin kind of seems like maybe like
50 Cent.
Yeah, kind of like a 50 Cent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't being stereotypical.
Yeah.
He was.
I said kind of like Ice Cube, but
Yeah.
like a young Ice Cube.
Yeah.
Like Boys in the Hood Ice Cube.
Today was a good day.
It was a good day. But yeah, and then like, what are the, what was it? Yeah, then there's like Batman where like the Oracle gets shot because you're like all fucked up on the laughing gas. Like the joke, like your head's all fucked up because you got like Joker's blood in you. So you see her get like shot in the head, like right in front of you, and there's like nothing you could do about it. And then you find out, like, spoilers, later that she's actually not dead and it was just a hallucination.
That's like the first or second one, right?
That's in the last one they did.
Really?
Yeah. You fucking like point blank. And then there's a part where Jim Gordon actually shoots you off a building. He just like fucking shoots you right in the chest, but he shot you like perfectly where he knew it wouldn't hurt you.
I like in Arkham Asylum where like they glitch you in the game and then like you come back and like then you're in the straitjacket at the very beginning. Do you remember that?
Yeah, yeah.
Instead
And
of the
it's just like,
Joker?
and then the Joker's like, all the inmates are kind of like carrying you through like the Arkham Asylum. It's fucking nuts.
That was cool. Honestly, I didn't play anything. I played Arkham Asylum, then I played Arkham City.
I actually got into Batman before into Batman like Arkham Asylum before I was really even into comic books at the time.
Yeah.
I didn't really read much comic books. I didn't really like I watched obviously the Batman movies and stuff like that, but it was before like the big age where like they actually like started like getting like where today is like the biggest hits are comic book movies nowadays.
Yeah.
But like so I rented it. I'm like when I got home I'm like, oh, why the fuck did I even rent this game? Like I'm gonna play it. Every Batman game fucking sucks. So I put it in anyways, and I didn't put it down until I beat it. And I was like, I fucking love this game.
The exact same thing happened. My friend lent me Arkham Asylum. He's like, dude, like you'll love it. I'm like, man, all fucking superhero games are stupid. Like,
yeah,
they're dumb.
exactly.
And he's like, no, like just try it. And the same thing. Like, honestly, in that game, like the Riddler missions were fucking sick. Like
I couldn't do them. I got so over them. Like, can't fuck this shit. I don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
But that had to be like one of the funnest games that like I've beat every single Batman game that's came out since like that company made like all the Arkham games.
Yeah.
I beat every single one of them because they're
Rocksteady?
not like super. Yeah, Rocksteady did that game, but it's a good job.
Yeah, nailed it.
But no, it's an awesome game. I don't know if you ever played this game. It just got me on like topic because Rocksteady Toronto made this game. The Warriors video game. It's based off of the Warriors movie in like 1976 or whatever.
Nope.
It's fucking amazing. You run around as a gang, and like it starts off when you're just like running around the streets, and then you'll break into cars and you'll steal the radios, and you'll break into like jewelry shops and steal all the
That's
jewelry.
cool. I like that.
And then you'll spray paint buildings and shit like that. And there's like, I'll show you what you have to spray paint. It's a W. You have to actually trace the W
With like the analog stick.
Yeah, and
That's
it was
cool.
so hard, and you can't go outside the lines. And then it was just like,
Art's hard.
art's hard. I hate art. But oh my god, I've never had so much fun playing a game. And like they put you in a pit at the start of the game to see how good you are at fighting.
Yeah.
So you have to fight like a bunch of people, and they have like bats and shit like that. Like if you ever get a chance and you go to a hawk shop and you see that game, pick it up. It's actually so much fucking
What'd
fun.
you play it on, like PS3?
PS2. It's a
PS2.
PS2. I gave it to my buddy, so he has it right now. So
Gotta go pick that up.
I'm gonna go pick that up. But I think that wraps it up for about this episode.
Yeah, that's gonna be the cherry on top of the cake. The
That was-
Warriors.
Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed everything we had to offer.
And with a real racist note, if you made it this far, comment, get rid of racism. I don't know, something. Fuck racism.
Hashtag pod life.
Pod life. Pod lives matter. But with that, I think we're gonna get up on out. High five.
Have a good night, guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Bye.